to episode number 5 of the Club Penguin Podcast. I'm Keem Boo 8884 here today. We have a lot to get to this Monday evening, but first we have to get to the news of the week. Club Penguin has updated the island with, ironically, Club Penguin Island Party, which is an introduction into the newest app and the newest creation of Club Penguin coming out later this year in 2017. Really, for the people who don't know much about the what Club Penguin Island's going to offer, why it's different from current Club Penguin, this is the reason why we're getting this party. It's not really for the people who already know about it, clearly, but it is a good informational party that they can put on for people. Do I think it was the best party? I think it's a good party. We'll find out in a little bit when we get to that. But not only that, we did see a multitude of other updates, including a new Club Penguin Times, a new pin, a new music list, new furniture and Igloo catalog, and a new Penguin style to add to the updates from this past week. Sure was busy for Club Penguin this weekend as they were fixing bugs. Lots of bugs. There's a big glitch that's been going on with the Club Penguin Island party that people weren't even seeing it. They were either seeing the old holiday party, they weren't seeing catalogs, they weren't seeing new newspaper. They said on Twitter that they are going to fix this, and from what we can see, about 90% of the people who said they didn't have the Club Penguin Island party now have it. There are a few people that still don't have it, so maybe it's not all fixed for everyone, but as far as we know, it is fixed. And Black Club Penguin on Twitter put it out there, said they were fixing it, and they knew it was a big issue. One thing we learned about from the updates, pre-registration for Club Penguin Island ends on February 15th. Mark that on your calendars. If you have not pre-registered for Club Penguin Island, do that. February 15th it ends. Now, speaking of February, there's a new party coming in February. This one's confirmed by Club Penguin when they like to tweet asking, when someone asked, will there be a party in February? And they said, they said like if there's going to be. So, yes, there's going to be a party in February. The reason why this is big, because people like myself have been thinking that there won't be a party in February. Club Penguin Island releasing in February. That is not the case. So we will see Club Penguin Island released after February, most likely, because it still could happen then in February, but it's expected in March for sure. Community pin. There's a new pin that was leaked out on update day as well. It's a community pin. It's this really cool pin where it has all the hats from the last 11 years in one pin. That should be coming at the end of January when the next pin update is. Could this be the last pin? We don't know, but it is leading up to the last few pins that we're going to see on the island. That's it for the news this weekend. It was relatively busy if you have a website and you were posting everything, but nothing hugely concrete from this weekend besides the February party and the pre-registration ending. Now let's get to some opinions I have for this week. It's pretty big this week. We had to get rid of the Twitter Q&A for this week to allow more time for the opinions, but don't worry, we'll have it next week. So, the Club Penguin Island Party. Now, when I heard about this and when they announced it in the Island Insider, I really did think it was a good idea. I thought, cool, we're going to have a party that informs people about what's going to be coming up on Club Penguin Island, on the newest adventure of Club Penguin. You got to let people know what's happening because ClubPenguin.com most likely won't be here. It's probably going to redirect to Club Penguin Island when they open it. Anyways, so we need to let people know now. And great idea. I think when I saw the sneak peek of it, I was a bit more excited about it. And that's probably because I felt like it was going to be more of a Festival Snow type party where you had normal Club Penguin, which we do, but it was a little bit more of an older type-ish party. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. So, when I first logged in, you get the message from Antarctic, and you get on there, you get your free the alumni jacket, right? Cool, right? Only for members. You get that, you're good. Then what? Nothing. That's it. That's the party. And I was confused because I'm like, well, isn't there supposed to be more? And I get on there, I go to the beach, I go to the dock, I go to Snow Forts, I go to Plaza, I went everywhere, and there's these booths everywhere, and that's it. That's the party. And then you have this, like, red carpet type stuff everywhere, and I don't know. It was confusing because I just expected more. I don't know. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Then you actually read the physical, informative booths, right? They're not very informative. And I'm reading them, and I'm like, if I was someone new, or someone on Club Penguin, it didn't have Twitter, and didn't keep up with all that, and I was just a regular Club Penguin user, I would be confused out of my mind, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, you're only telling me that there's going to be activities. Oh, there's going to be fashion. There's going to be clothes. But it doesn't tell you how it's going to work or what they did differently. You could have put a mini video in there. You could have done those. I think some people do know, but I think the good majority still don't have the greatest idea what it is. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like a party. It just feels like and informative. It feels like you're just a tour guide, but then the tour guide sucks and he doesn't have that much information. That's what it feels like to me. That's what the kind of party it is. And you can't even call it a party, really. It's more of an event. So that's one of those gray areas with a party that we've learned the last 3 years is there's a difference between a party and an event. And they call it a party, but it's no party if you ask me. It's more of just an event to inform people. But nonetheless, it's here. It's our January party. Now, it's hard. I feel like I can't score this fairly because there's obviously no replay value. It's obviously there's like no rooms practically. There's nothing to do. There's no features. Good items. I will say that. We've got some good items. I like that. Come back each day to get some. It's way too easy to do it. There's this useless feature that I keep seeing when this crate comes down and it just when you first start the day, like let's say you start on January 8th or whatever, right? And you're just getting there and you get your free item and this crate just pops out of there and it plops on this target. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now what's supposed to happen? Nothing. Nothing happens. The crate doesn't even open. Nothing happens. It's the most pointless feature ever. I can't even figure it out why it's there. But with that said, I think what they could have done is they made it open or something, and you got the item come out. I don't know, just something. It's not very fun. But yeah, this isn't really a party. This isn't anything. So I'm not really gonna score it. But it's all right. I think the main thing for me is it's not very informative. If it was this type of party and then informative, I'd give it a little more praise, but it's not very informative at all. They should be showing how Club Penguin Island, how that particular category like fashion or food or entertainment is going to work, and then you say how it's different from Club Penguin right now. That's how you get people to go, wow, that's really different. Wow, that's really cool. And they didn't do that. So that's disappointing for sure. Because I do feel bad for the people who don't know and you're logging in there and I guess you're learning a little bit more. Better than nothing, but I don't know. There's nothing really to grasp from this party that, that's like, ooh, wow, I love this. Besides items, I do like the items, especially the alumni jacket. But overall, pretty disappointing. But nothing, you can't expect great parties now because we're going to have Club Penguin Island. There's no point in having them, really. But, we'll see what February brings. That's my next topic. The February party. So, I just watched the best of 2016 music video minutes before we went on and I recorded this. And, you can go on our website, tkcpcheats.com. If you scroll down to the second post, or or the first few posts, I guess, you're gonna see an analyzed version of the video, and in there at the very end, there's some sneak peeks, right? There's this dinosaur thing, and then there's this kind of weird room thing, and it almost looks like a lair or something, kind of like what we see in the Halloween party, a lair like that. And I'm confusing what that is, and I'm thinking that could be our next party in February. Don't know what that means. Don't know what it is. I don't know. I just don't know what the substance is behind it. But that has kind of changed what I thought February was going to be. Here's what I thought February was going to be. It was going to be a farewell party for Club Penguin. This was going to be it. That's why the community pin was going to be released, because this was going to be probably one of the final pins, if not the final pin. It was my theory. Or the pin would last the all of February, and then Club Penguin would shut down, right? And I thought it'd be farewell party. This is it. We're going to create a huge party. We're going to say bye, all that. Thought that was going to be February. And I still think it could be. But I think the chances are less when I just saw today. I'm a little bit confused on what this dragon thing means. Now, it doesn't... Or dinosaur, excuse me. It doesn't look like it's a 3D version. It looks like it's a ClubPenguin.com version, not a Club Penguin Island one. And same thing with the layer looking thing. So, could this be February's party? Could even be March party. I don't know. But I still think we're going to see some type of farewell party. I find it hard to believe we won't. And if we don't, I'll be disappointed, because I think that would be a great way to go out with a farewell party. But anyways, I still think February should be that. If not, what should it be? It almost looks medieval-ish. I don't want to put any rumors out there, but we could see a medieval party. I also don't want to put any more rumors out there, but we also could be seeing, you get my point. But really, it could be anything, and that's my point. But I hope that it's nothing new. What I mean by that is, I hope it's not like a new party, because we don't need that. They don't need to waste their time on that. I think people are getting to the idea that we know, or understand that we know that Club Penguin has been working on Club Penguin Island forever, and they have to work on it, and that's why the party's been bad. We know that. People are starting to appreciate this. So don't start anything new. But if you're gonna start anything new, do a farewell party. If it is a farewell party, what could we expect? Here's what my vision. There's two different takes I have on this. Here's the first take. It would be basically a lot of party banners and balloons and all this stuff. Maybe kind of like our favorite moment type things, where you're gonna see maybe little mini videos across the way. I don't know. Or you're gonna have like a mascot stationed everywhere, and they're gonna tell you their favorite memory. Or we'll see a 10th anniversary. This is my second option. We'll see a 10th anniversary type thing, where they'll put like the best parties in each room and all that, and they'll change it up like that. Or we could see something like that. But I'm not sure how this is gonna work, because Club Penguin tends to surprise us when we don't know the party, right? We didn't know it was going to be Club Penguin Island party. So I don't think this seems too obvious for February. And that's why I'm thinking, is Club Penguin Island going to be released next in March? I don't know. I'd say there's a good chance. I'd say it's a 60-40 chance right now. I think I would bet that it would be. I wasn't betting for February mainly because I feel like there will be a lot more urgency at a Club Penguin. And they're starting to get urgent right now. They're just starting to get there. I noticed on the Club Penguin blog today, Meg posted her new meetup. She did a Club Penguin meetup, then she did a Club Penguin Island meetup. And it's telling me, because only Australia and New Zealand can go on there, right? Well, not really. We all know that. But it's sectioned geo beta for those two countries. So you would think that they're preparing right now. They're testing, they're preparing, and I think they are, and that's key. Now, now there would be more urgency if it was coming out this next month. I think what would be happening is they would be preparing to shut down clubpenguin.com. They would be telling people. I think there just would be some more urgency. So but I still think there would be more urgency if it was releasing in 2 months, right? You would think World Light release in 2 months. So I'm not sure anymore. I'm really not. So I think it's a better bet in March, but don't be surprised if it's in April. I'm going to put that out there. However, February party, we'll see. It's really up in the air. I'm just guessing it's going to be a farewell party, but it could be anything at this point. And our next opinion section today in our final was submitted by CP8583. And he asked me, basically, in a nutshell, if Club Penguin blogs like TKCPC, Club Penguin Space, 1999 Blue, Club Penguin Scope, etc., if they should be featuring ads on them, like real life ads, if that's appropriate. It's a great question. So I've because with those ads you make money, right? And that's what Club Penguin Memories does, is what Club Penguin Space does. In other ones, but those are the two main ones. And we don't. For the record, TKCBC does not do ads like that. We do support the community with ads. That's different. This is actual, like, real life ads. When you remember when you're on Amazon, when you're on Target, Walmart, whatever, and you go on to clubpenguinspace.com, and then all of a sudden on the side it says it remembers what website you're on, what you were looking at, and it comes up with this. You were searching with this, and it comes up with a bunch of options. That's the ads I'm talking about, or just really random ads at all. But so do I think it's appropriate? So yes, in a business sense, because in a business sense, it makes sense. You're making money off of it. I mean, that's a good way to make money, not the best way to make money. There's better ways to make money, but in a sense, if you're trying to make a quick buck, then fine. That's fine. For a business sense, fine. Good. I like that. You get more people to get on your website in a way too. User sense, no, it's horrible. I think anytime there's ads on a website, on a video, or anything that's horrible for the user, that sucks. But they have to use the business side. Like YouTube displays ads like that, right? But they do it because that's how they make their money. And that's how they pay everyone. They pay their YouTubers and everything. So that's fine. I get it. Perfectly fine. However, when you're talking about Club Penguin websites like ours, I don't believe you should have ads like that. I'm going to tell you why. It's because the user. Think about the users. Think about the viewers that are on your website. What is their age group? They're mostly children, or they're adults on there looking for their child, looking at the latest news, looking up cheats or guides or whatever for their child, for Club Penguin Island or Club Penguin. So, when you think about it, logically, you wouldn't want that, because a child doesn't want to go on there and see ads like that. And I think that's my number one reason for not doing it. Not saying I never will put ads on there. Not saying that. Because money's a different story when you need it. But when I am saying, no, I don't believe you should. However, in a business analytical sense, yes, I think you should. So it depends which aspect you're going to. And it's really hard for me to have an opinion about it because I'm actually set against it. But in a way, I'm not, because I feel like I should be doing that. But for now, we're not. And obviously, it's mainly for the user, for the person who's on the website. But I don't feel like people should do it. I don't think there should be any ads on any website that are annoying. It is perfectly fine to have an ad, but when you have annoying pop-up ads, even ads, the ones that follow you when you're searching with your history and everything, those get annoying. That's what I don't want to have, and I don't think I'll have the pop-up ones if we were ever going to get them. But when I am saying is if you're going to do ads, make them user-friendly, I guess, is what I'm saying. And I think that's what we would have to do. Because I don't want to take away from the user. As I am going to knock Club Penguin Space for this, I don't believe they have too many ads on there, in my opinion. That's my opinion. But I think they could clean it up. My opinion again. But some people don't mind it. But if I was an 11-year-old going on there, I don't think I would like it. But other people wouldn't mind. So you have that. It's a hard topic to talk about because I see both sides of it. I really do. I see both sides of it. But in general, if I just had to have an opinion as someone going on there without being an owner of a website, if I had to go on there and see it, I would say no, I would not want to have ads. I think it's a horrible idea. But in a business sense, I think it's perfectly fine as long as you make it user-friendly, I guess. But even if you don't, I think it's okay. So as an owner of a website, yes. As a viewer, no, I would not want to have that. Anyways, now for our story of the week. We're just talking about Club Penguin Space, and this is from Club Penguin Space. Rita wrote it. It's called The Nutcracker. It was released on December 31st, 2016, but it's a really good story, and it's one of the true unique stories out there, especially when I read it. I really did like it. It's basically, I don't want to give too much away, but it's about, it revolves around Christmas and the Nutcracker, putting a Nutcracker by fireplace and all this, and it has some great art in it, which is great. So it's a nice story to read for the holiday season. I think everyone should go and read it. I'll leave a link in the description below, of course. But definitely go and read it. It's a great read. So, my takeaway from the week. We're getting closer, guys. We're getting close to Club Penguin Island. It is weeks away. It is days away. Is it months away? That's the key question. 2 months would be the minimum. Now, coming in February, what should we see? That is when you'll know if it's getting super close. But it is getting close. I feel it. You can feel it when Club Penguin talks about certain things. You can feel it when you're seeing sneak peeks. You just know it's on the horizon, and I cannot wait to see it. I hope everyone's going to be able to enjoy it when it does come out here in early 2017. So, thank you for listening this week. Of course, every week we're going to have a Club Penguin podcast. Just remember, though, it is going to be slowing down a tad bit because we are working on a new TKCPC, brand new website and everything. So it's going to be a little bit harder to put these out here. Maybe a little bit shorter, who knows. Thank you for joining us this week. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. We will see you back next week for episode number 7.